Hello, children. How are you today? I'm so very happy you are here. Thank you for being here with us this online class. Today we are going to learn something on mathematics. Our math topic is on odd and even number. Odd and even number. Odd and even number. That is what we are going to learn today. You're surprised at me? Yes. I'll be taking you this particular math topic for today. And our topic again is odd and even number. Odd and even number. Let's quickly go to our slide for better understanding. Let's look at our learning objective for this topic. At the end of this topic, yes, at the end of the class, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to say the meaning of odd and even numbers. We should be able to tell somebody, teach somebody, say something when you're asked about odd numbers or even numbers. Are we clear? Okay. The second objective is for us to be able to identify. We should be able to identify odd numbers. Is that clear? Third objective, identify even numbers. Yes? Now, we should also be able to differentiate odd and even numbers. By the time we learn the odd number, we learn what odd numbers are and what even numbers are. Definitely, we'll be able to differentiate between the odd and the even numbers. Is that clear? That is our objective for today. So, let's move on, please. Let's move on. Now, let's start with even numbers. What are even numbers? Accurate definition of even numbers are numbers that have no remainder when they are divided by 2. They have no remainder. Once you divide them by 2, there's no remainder. It does not have a remainder when divided by 2. What are we talking about? Even numbers. Even numbers have no remainder. Even numbers have no remainder when divided by 2. So there are also numbers that end with 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. There are also numbers that end with 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Even numbers have no remainder when divided by 2. There's nothing remaining. Once you divide them by 2, once you have an even number, if you divide it by 2, there won't be any remainder. Is that clear? No remainder at all. No. Okay? They are also the numbers that end with 0. They end with 2. They end with 4. They end with 6. And they end with 8. They end with 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Whatsoever number you have in mind, whatsoever digits you have in mind, once the end of that number is 0, is 2, is 4, is 6, or 8, then it is an even number. Are we clear? Do you understand? Beautiful. Let me run that by you again. Even numbers are numbers that when you divide, when divided by number 2. Whatever the digit you use, whatever the number you choose, once you divide by 2, it will have no remainder. It will have no remainder. Even numbers are also the numbers that end with 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Did you get that? Beautiful. Now let's look at our examples of even numbers. When you look at the slide right now, you will see all these numbers written out, okay? Numbers here, yes. Are we together? Very good. Now look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. Yes. We have 2, we have 22, we have 42, we have 62, we have 82, okay? Then we also look at 12, 32, 42, 62, and 82. Let's move further. We have 4, 14, 24, 34, 44, 54, 64, 74, 84, and 94. Observe that these numbers end with 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0. For instance, it will end, this number 2, every number here along ends with 2. When you look at number 4, every number here ends with 4. Are we clear? 14, 24, 34, 44, and so on. Are you getting that? Now we move on to 6. Look at number 6. You will find out that every number on that line ends with 6. 16, 26, 36, 46, 56, and so on. Are we clear? Do we understand? Now let's look at number 8. 8, 18 ends with 8. 28, 8 ends with 8. 38 ends with 8. 48 ends with 8. 58, 68, 78, 88, and 98. These all end with 8. Now we look at number 10, which ends with 0. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and etc. to the end. These are numbers that are called even numbers. Remember, even numbers are numbers when divided by 2 have no remainder. When divided by 2 have no remainder. When you have 2, as in 12, 22, 32, 42, 52, 62, and 72. These have no remainder when divided by 2. Remember also that we have said 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 are even numbers. Identifying your even numbers, you must know that every number that ends with a 2, with a 4, with a 6, with 8, or a 0 are all even numbers. Are we clear? Beautiful. Now let's move on to the next slide. What are odd numbers? What do we call odd numbers? What do we understand by odd numbers? Yes, odd numbers are numbers that have remainders when they are divided by 2. Odd numbers are numbers that have remainders when divided by 2. Even numbers do not have remainders. Odd numbers have remainders. Now, these numbers also end with 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. These numbers end with 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Now give me a reminder of what numbers make up, or better still, what numbers end the even number? What numbers end an even number? Yes, those are 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Here we are talking about odd numbers. Odd numbers also end with 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Are we together? Do you understand? Beautiful. Remember, odd numbers are numbers when divided by 2 have remainders. They have remainders. Even numbers do not have remainders. Are we clear? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. These are end numbers of odd numbers. So when you have any digits, when you write any number of any digits, once it ends with a 1, a 3, a 5, a 7, or a 9, you have odd numbers. Let's run that by you once more. Odd numbers are numbers when divided by 2 have remainder. They have leftovers. Okay? Beautiful. Now, when you divide any number of your choice by 2 and it has remainder, you are talking about odd numbers. They are also numbers that end with 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Let's look at our examples on the slide. Thank you. Beautiful. Now, let's look at it. We have 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. We go further to say 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 22, 23, 27, and 29. If you look at this slide carefully, on the number 1 slot, you will see that underneath it, we have 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, and 91. Under the slot for number 3, we have 13, 23, 33, 43, 53, 63, 73, 83, 93. Under the slot for number 5, 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95. Under the slot for 7, you will see also that every number under that slot ends with 7. Are we clear? Now you look at number 9. Observe that 19 ends with 9. 29 ends with 9. 39 ends with 9. Okay? Every number that ends with 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are odd numbers. Even if you have 101, 3,033. These numbers are odd numbers. All right? They constitute odd numbers because the end digit, the last digit, is in the odd. It's either 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Are we clear? Do you understand? Beautiful. I summarize what we have learned so far. I've been able to say that we have odd numbers and we have even numbers. Are we clear? We have even numbers which end with 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And these numbers end even numbers. These numbers can be divided by 2 without remainder. We can also say that any number can constitute an even number as long as the digit, the last digit or the end digit ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. These numbers are even numbers. Do you understand? Do you understand? Beautiful. Now we go on to say that odd numbers are numbers that end with 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Whatever the digit, as long as it ends with 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Also observe that these numbers, when divided by 2, will always have a remainder. Are we clear? Do you understand? We'll always have a remainder. Odd number, even number. We say odd number, we say even number. What are even numbers? We have said even numbers are numbers that have no remainder when they are divided by 2. Thank you. There are also numbers that end with 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Are we together? And we have said that odd numbers are numbers that have remainders when they are divided by 2. When they are divided by 2 and they have remainder, they are called odd numbers. Odd numbers also end with number 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Do we understand? Beautiful. Now, you pick up a pencil and a pen now, a pencil and a paper now, your book, and write for me. The numbers that are odd. The odd numbers give me 2-digit numbers, each of odd number and even number. 2 digits showing odd or even number. Are we clear? Beautiful. Now, number 2. Give me or write down 3-digit numbers showing odd or even number. 3-digit numbers showing odd, and on the other side, even number. Odd and even number of 3 digits. Do you understand? Do you understand? 2 digits, tens and units, in the tens. 3 digits, hundreds. Now give me 4 digits. 4-digit numbers ending with odd number or even number. Are we clear? Yes. Do that right now. And then you can call. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. And that brings us to the end of odd or even numbers. It brings us to the end of this lesson, odd or even number, odd and even numbers, sorry. Thank you for being here. Thank you for logging on. God bless you. And please stay safe. Stay what? Stay safe. Are we clear? Be good. Be good. Be good and obedient. God bless you. Thank you.